lifestyle. For so long, they've got comfortable and they got built up off the slave labor, $3 trillion worth, all the things that they've done to us. But people are comfortable now. They think that nothing's going to happen because of the things that they've done or the things that they continue to do. But we're telling you that those things are coming. That's the evil time that he's talking about right here. Read that again, King.
Come on. So are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them.
What did that say?
When it falleth suddenly upon them.
So it's going to fall suddenly upon the sons of men. Like this. People aren't going to even know where it's coming from because they're not actually paying attention to the signs that the Bible actually gives us to even to gauge where we're at in time. You see what I'm saying? So what? We have to use the Bible to do that. But are you really going to be in the Word if you're again straddling the fence? Are you going to be looking for those signs if you're worried about all the things of the world? No, you're not. Right, you're not. So you have to actually, like you said, the Most High is calling you. You don't want to be lukewarm. That's not what you want to do. You want to, like the scripture says, Paul says, you want to use the world, but you don't want to abuse it. Right? Because the time is short. That's 1 Corinthians, it's either 9 or 7. 7 and what? 7 and 31. Give me that.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 31. And they that use this world.
I want to start at like 25.
What, this right here?
You can start at 28 actually.
Come. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 28. But if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry,
29 actually.
verse 29.
Yeah.
But this I say, brethren, the time is short.
What did that say?
The time is short.
You know that the time is short. You can see it. You can see the signs, right, Reed?
It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none, and they that weep as though they wept not.
I'm not saying that these things aren't going to happen. If you have a wife, you don't want to act like you just don't have it. Right. You want to act like those things those don't take precedent over the word of God and doing what God commands you to do.
Absolutely. I had to move out the way. That's how it get tricky. You gotta move out the way, let it flow the way, follow the way. Don't try to control even the way that you do got control of, because that's how you can lean on your own understanding that control you got.
And they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world and not abusing it,
And not what?
and not abusing it.
Because you live in this society, you got to use it. You got to have a job or you got to provide, things like that. But you don't want to abuse it. You don't want to go too much into the world to where now that's your main focus. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you're focused on going and partying. Now you're straying back into the world, things like that. You don't want to. That's what happens when if you make the world your primary focus, then you're just going to fall back into it. Right? We don't. It's lucky.
And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
Because the fashion of this world is about to pass away. All that you hear all about probably Christianity, they talk about the end of the world and things like that. We believe that it's the end of the world, but just end of the world as we know it, the end of the age, the end of the rulership that's in power right now. So what? Why are we worrying about these things if we know that they're going to be going in the blink of an eye? You see what I'm saying? So what? We have to, like it says, we have to act. You want to use this world, but don't abuse it, because what? The fashion of this world is going to end. Is more on that?
No.
Right. So sure. I thought there was a little more.
I could read on.
All right, read on.
Verse 32. But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried.
No, that's it on that. But yeah, so what you have to do is actually reform your mind and start again, like we said, you gotta pick a side. You gotta be one side or the other. You gotta either for the Most High or you're not. Right? Christ talks about that. You can be for mammon. You can't serve two masters. Serve money, serve the Most High. Serve this world, serve the Most. Which one you gonna choose? And like the Most High, He wants you to pick life. Right? He told us that in Deuteronomy the 30th chapter. He says, He set before you life and death. You gotta pick a side. That's what the Most High is with. He's with picking and choosing sides. Right? So you have to pick and choose a side. Which side are you going to be on? Because again, you most side, he don't want, you can't pick both. That you're going to be lukewarm. And the most high, he don't want a lukewarm coffee. He don't want a lukewarm tea. That makes sense, bro? Yeah, no doubt, bro. You got any questions?
No, like I just want to meditate.
That's good.
Really like just meditating. Sit down under a tree. Soak it all in.
I can't really even hear it.
I said sit up under a tree and soak it all in. But this is what I did in my spare time. This was my fun. Like, I lost the English language for a while speaking. I didn't go learn no other language. It was just and he showed me Aramaic language, Paleo, and broke it all the way down to some original Hebrew, brought it back to how we are doing what we do now. And I just see, and it's like the wheat and the tares. Everything got its, its vice. And I just all I'm saying is home where home was, and that's why none of the prophets being stopped, because everybody's gonna know home if they can hear. So I appreciate this. Show man.
Sure you ain't got no questions, Dapper?
Like y'all did it. It's here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did what y'all did. Like it's here. I ain't got none right now. Like, I know I'll come back to have questions, but like I received what I feel like I was supposed to have received as a damn. Like I heard loud and clear. Like hey, simple. It's just simple now, man. I really got no question because he already told me, but it's like, yo.
Well, what commandments were you keeping?
Oh man, I started out trying to keep like more than 10 for real, and then I lost all trying to do that. Like I literally like 316. Like I tried to like I'm talking about by myself. 630. I forgot, but like I like because this was like 4 years ago of sitting there trying to keep all of them, and everybody like, no, you don't got it. I'm like, man, y'all can't tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's me and it's laws. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta follow all these laws out here. But no, like it's simple now because I only try to go to the extreme because I'm like Naruto and them. Like I was born like that, like Goku and them. Like push the limit if you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like never be lukewarm. Push the limit, but I just know the side I choose. But it's like sometimes you gotta come ahead and not go behind that journey. You know what I mean?
So if you need to let any refresher on the commandments, you already know.
No, I can always take refreshment.
Okay, alright. So let's just go to the Sabbath day. Because that's what we in right now. You know about the Sabbath. Okay, so we're gonna give a refresher on that. Whoever get it first.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 35 and verse 2. 6 days shall work be done.
You already know. 6 days the Most High made heaven and earth in 6 days, and then what? The seventh day he rested, ceased from his labor. That's the pattern that the Most High gave us as a people, right? We work 6 days, and then what? On the seventh day, which we're in right now, that's our understanding, right? Right, just chill, right. There's different things that you have to do in order to keep the Sabbath day. Right? You can't buy and sell. You can't just be out here, like you said, the Most High, he ceased from his labor. We got to cease from our labor. Right? We don't.
I ain't gonna lie, I did feel we got the sheep. The sheep came to me. I kind of got it out of me. Real quick and let her go. You saying who? Yeah, I mean, homeboy's girl. He Hispanic. They going through it, so that's fine.
Yeah, read that one more time.
But 6 days shall work be done. But on the seventh day, there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord.
Right, Sabbath, Shabbat just means rest in the Hebrew.
Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death.
So that's really the ordinance. Like, and that's a capital punishment if we're in our land. Right? If our rule, if our government set up, and we have a kingdom, we got all that. If you're working the Sabbath day.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No, I get
Right.
Yeah.
But right now we don't have that. We don't have government. We don't have a government established and all that. But that doesn't mean you just, I'm gonna break the Sabbath now. No, because the Most High, his judgment is above man's judgment. You could be in this world and say we had our government and everything, and man don't catch you. You working on the Sabbath, but man don't see it. You think the Most High see that? You don't think the Most High don't see you working? You see what I'm saying? But that's what we as a people, that's what we struggle with, is because all these other nations, they have gods and they have deities, so-called gods and deities, and they set up different idols and things so that they can see them. We have an invisible God. So our people, we struggle with the fear of God because we can't see it. So we have to know that the eyes of the Most High are all around us. The angels is watching us, right? So, yeah, we might not have a government. Yeah, we might not get stoned to death if we break the Sabbath day. But whose judgment is more sore? Man's judgment or the Most High's judgment? You see what I'm saying? So what? You gotta believe that the Most High, He's watching you if you out here breaking the Sabbath for a purpose. You just willingly breaking the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? We don't.
Verse 3, ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
Because in the ancient days, you had to kindle the fire. It's work. You understand what I'm saying? But what's the modern day kindling the fire, oven, microwave?
Yeah, that's when they
like
translate them like, dang, we just switched it up and still.
Right. So that's things that we cannot do on the Sabbath day. Working, things like kindling the fire, trying to you got the food, you put it in the oven or you put it in the microwave, you can't do that. So what? Yeah, don't be outside.
That's what I mean.
You can find a shelter. Get some roof over your head or something, bro. A lot of our people are in that condition because we're living out the choices right now.
That's what I was like. I'm like, dang. I feel like as I kept placing myself, I'm like, dang. As soon as I became forgetful and moved out the way, I've taken myself and like, I'm not even gonna play like it's good. You know what I'm saying? I was taking myself into that's my we not. I'm in this body, but we're not playing like it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Once you come back to the Most High, He'll take you out that situation. Yeah. You get a roof over your head. You get a car. You get all these different things. That's what
came from a 6-bedroom, 4-bedroom, a beautiful baby mom with children. You know what I'm saying? Tapping in.
You gotta take that as a sign for the Most High. Maybe it's because you were being lukewarm. Maybe it's because you were straddling the Most High. You know the story of Job. What happened to Job?
Yeah.
Everything. Job lost everything. Not that he was doing wrong, but the Most High, he'll do things to people just to see if they're gonna serve him, right? So you gotta take that as a sign for the Most High. Again, the Most High will bring you down to dust, and He'll raise you up. Somebody, give me that first hymn, second chapter, go to verse 6.
This is 1 Samuel, chapter 2 and verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive.
We know that, right?
He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich.
Because everything is by the hand of the Most High. He has power over everything. No matter what people say, there's no such thing as free will. There's no such thing as doing your own thing. That's not the Most High. He's the ultimate author. He's the ultimate producer, director. This is his movie. This is him.
In the movie,
right, exactly. So, right, exactly. So the Most High, if you get pulled by for some reason, that's the Most High. Hey, sis, you want to take a fly with you? You want to talk to the brother right there. But yeah, the Most High, He makes poor, makes rich reap.
He bringeth low and lifteth up.
See that? He can bring you low and lift you up. Like I just said, look what He did to Job. Job was the richest man, they say, in the East. Right? He had flocks. He had sons and daughters. He had everything you could ever imagine, everything you ever want. Job had it. But what did the Most High do? He took it off to see what his integrity was like. To see what if he really feared the Most High, if he really wanted to serve the Most High. Right? The Most High do that too. We don't?
Verse 8. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust.
See that? He can raise the poor out of the dust. Read.
And lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill. To set them among princes.
Do what?
To set them among princes.
See that? He can set you among princes, but you have to actually serve him. You can't just be, again, you can't be lukewarm. You got to actually have integrity. You got to have to actually want to serve the Most High and do the thing that He's telling you and be diligent in it. All right? Is there more on that? I think that's it, right?
There's more.
Okay, read it.
Come. To set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory.
Right, so that, and again, I mean, you could get rich in this society, but we just read that all this is about to pass away anyway. The real throne of glory you really want is what? The kingdom of heaven. That rulership that the Most High is going to give His people. Right? You can be poor now, and by all accounts, we're not rich, right? And we're the poorest people in this society. right? Whether we're in the shelter or whether we're in the damn apartment, that's not really living. You see what I'm saying? That's not prosperity. You serving the Most High, that's going to get you real prosperity, which is what? The kingdom of heaven. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're aiming towards. That's what we're aiming for. But I had another, what was I at before I had 2 Samuel? Yeah, so let's go back to Nehemiah. And this is what the commandments, this is what obedience is going to do for us as a people, is put us as that top nation again, that supreme nation at the Most High. What he said? Put us as that supreme, That's what's going to put us as that supreme nation. Because again, give me that, give me Deuteronomy, 30th chapter. Go to verse 17. You had something, Nehemiah?
No, I was looking at something.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 17.
No, 30.
Deuteronomy 30 and 17. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away, and worship other gods, and serve them, I denounce unto you this day, that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither thou passest over Jordan to go possess it. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and a curse. Therefore choose life. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
So life, prosperity comes through us being obedient to the Most High. And that starts with faith. You're not going to obey the Most High if you don't believe Him. See what I'm saying? So this is why we're giving you the commandments, so that you can start get a refresher, because you was keeping them at one point. So we're just trying to give you a refresher so you can start being obedient to the Most High. That's repentance, is changing from the way that you're in, making a 180. That's what we want you to do, because you going back and serving the Most High, that helps us out, because we need more people to come in and start learning about the Most High, being obedient, and that's going to be our liberation. That's how we get out of this condition now. That makes sense?
Sirach chapter 37 and 12.
Bring it up.
But be continually with the godly man.
Right, and so I don't know if have you ever been past this before? You ever walked past it before? You ever seen this out? Or this is your first time seeing it?
I believe this is the first time I'm seeing y'all. I've seen plenty of people outside, but it's the first time I actually seen it. And I just said the first time I stopped for once, a few months ago. But this is the first time it's like re-hitting, everything just re-hitting kind of.
And I remember in the beginning, when you first started talking to me at least, you said that you like separated yourself, you started keeping the commandments. That's going to happen at first, but you want to start getting around people that have, like, I think we talked about this with the sister last week, you want to get around people that are like-minded too, so that if you're by yourself, ain't nobody going to be able to correct you when you start drifting off, and you separate yourself, that's liable to happen. You're liable to start thinking you're right in your own mind.
Yeah, true.
Right, you see what I'm saying?
But be continually with the godly man,
He says, be continually with the godly man,
whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy
You
mind.
want to be around people that are like-minded. You don't want to be around people that are like in the world or doing something different than you. How am I going to walk? We can't walk together if we're not agreed. Even the scriptures say that. English says agree. It says, how can I walk together with somebody if we don't have the same end goal? What's the point of me walking with you? So you have to be like-minded with somebody when you're in this walk, because it's not. I'm not saying there's a little bit of us, but there's not a whole, like a lot of us. There's not many brothers and sisters that are keeping the commandments right now. There's plenty, but we're few and far between. You see what I'm saying? So you want to find people that are actually like-minded and want to do and have the same goals you have. So what? So that you can have somebody that can correct you. You see what I'm saying? We don't.
Whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee,
And
will sorrow with thee,
Go on.
if thou shalt miscarry.
Right, so that can help you up. Where the scripture even says 2 is better than 1. So you want somebody that can be there with you, that can correct you if you got questions, or you might be like straying away from what the foundation that you've learned. You might be straying away, or Because the world is enticing, bro. Now you got the world all around you. You got lust out here. You got
Yeah,
just
all kind of
things. Again, this society is built on. This society is built and rooted in that, right? This society esteems those things as good. So it's easy to go fall back into that if you don't have somebody around you that's gonna get on, correct you. You see what I'm saying? So you need that. It says, be continually. Read that one more time, brother.
But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry.
Right, so you want to have somebody around you because the scriptures even say that. It says the commandment is a lamp and the law is light. Somebody give me that, and I think that's Proverbs 6:25. It says, in the reproofs of instruction are the way of life. So as a people, the way of life was to correct us, because that's actually real love. Is you correcting me so that I don't fall victim to the judgment of the Most High. You see, like if I'm breaking the Sabbath and nobody's correcting me, that means you don't love me. Because what happens if I'm breaking the commandments of God? I'm lost, but what's going to happen? The Most High is going to kill me. Right. So if you're not, if this brother say he's not keeping the Sabbath, and I don't tell him, yo, bro, you're going off, that means I hate him, because that means he's running in front of a bus, and I'm not telling him, yo, get out the way. See what I'm saying? Somebody got what I want? 625?
6:25.
23. Yeah, 23.
6:23.
Yeah.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23.
Bring it up.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction.
Right, it says reproofs of instruction, meaning reproof, or that's the word, yeah. But correction. Reproof, correction, getting on people. Right, it says reproof of correction, read.
And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Are the what?
Are the way of life.
So that's a way of life for us people. It's telling you, bro, you're going off. You got to stop doing what you're doing. Because the Most High is going to kill you. You see what I'm saying? We're a people of judgment. That's who we were meant to be. That's why the Most High, He gave His law to enact judgment. Right? You see what I'm saying? If there's no chaos, if there's no order, if there's no structure, just like you see in America, there's no order, there's no structure, and what? Now society is collapsing. That's what happened with us. Our priests, our princes, they got evil. They weren't judging truly and righteously, and our society collapsed. You see what I'm saying? The Most High, He destroyed us as a people. But now we have to come back to that and actually get on each other. Actually tell each other that you're doing wrong. Like I said this last week, today in society, people will tell you, you can't judge me. Or you can't tell me what to do. I'm my own person. That's not according to what the Most High. No, you're supposed to tell somebody. So and they say only God can judge me. That's the last thing you want.
Right.
You don't want the Most High to judge, because the Most High judge you, you're not going to be here anymore. Right? You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we have to get back to as a people. That's why we're trying to give you some laws that you can start applying today. Right? It's not they're not grievous. Even it says the commandment. The Most High gave His commandments, and they're not grievous. They're not hard. See what I'm saying? So let's go to Nehemiah. Nehemiah 10.
It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10 and verse 31.
Bring it out.
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
Right, it says ware and victuals, meaning merchandise, food, things of that nature. It says if they bring them on the Sabbath day to sell, read.
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
See that? So we didn't buy or sell on the Sabbath. That encourages, buying and selling encourages work, which is, we can't work, so we can't buy and sell. You understand? So that's something that we tell our people to come out here. You see our people buying and selling all the time up and down Market Street, because we believe today is a Sabbath day. Some people have different understandings, but this is what we believe. So we tell our people, that's one of the things that we can't do as a people. Because this is one of the most holy days that the Most High, He created. If He rested on the seventh day, what do you think we should be doing? How much more us in His creation, who was made in His image? You see what I'm saying? So we can't buy and sell, we can't work. There's different things that we can't do. There's different ordinances that the Most High gave us. All right, so you familiar with the dietary law?
Yeah, Leviticus.
Yeah. So what can we eat?
Oh, yeah, we can't eat none of that. We can't eat definitely no swine. We can't eat none of the nothing without scales. We can't. Technically, we can't eat scavenge, and we can't eat things that are prey to other things for it to clean. Like all that stuff to clean. Like you got certain fowls or birds you can't eat. You can't eat them, owls and vultures and stuff. You can't eat like pigs and stuff like that. You can't eat because I'm trying to. It's like one that's specific because it's in like a lane. Like because it's like bug. Because you can eat what do they call locusts? But it's certain bug you can
certain
eat.
bugs you can and
It's
can't
certain,
eat.
it's
So you already know. You just gotta come out here.
I maintain.
We come out here and try to get the basics.
Shrimp and stuff. If they got no scales.
Yeah, that's we try to give our people things that we, as a people, we do eat.
Yeah, true.
That we can't eat because our
we
people
go
love
in.
crab, shrimp, lobster. I'm not gonna come out here and tell a brother they can't eat beaver because we don't. I mean, we don't partake in it, but we can't eat beaver. Like that's something we can't eat. But once our people come into the truth, and they'll go read that for themselves.
Yeah, really. I'm gonna be real. Like I did take back in when I wanted to.
You was eating beaver?
Meat.
Oh, I thought you were about to say like beaver.
Really. When I started Genesis over with my baby mom, and I started going eating berries and fruits and stuff again at first. I'm like, hold on, we gonna do it like. I mean, of course, she like I'm making like a veggie spaghetti or veggie junk, but yeah, I was vegan at a point in time or whatever.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean,
yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. No, it's not like. Shoot, it's all about the purpose of how you deal with you and your family. You know what I'm saying? But it's still the same love.
So you know about the fringes too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
With that,
I just want to go. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't going to disrespect even a farmer or that in that lane if I was out. Like, so I wasn't going to wear myself like myself. I'm not going to play with it.
Say that one more time?
I wasn't going to wear myself like myself if I'm going to be addicted to a self that ain't self that he got me as for me. You get what I'm saying? I don't play with it at all. I was by myself with it because I was growing up hearing too much stuff. My mom, my side was Christian. My dad's side was Muslim. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're everywhere. I got a Kemet side of my family. So where I came in, I was passed to a family that asked me. You know what I'm saying? By myself. I met a brother, and then my godparents, family that was looking out for me at the time, they started putting me out. You know what I'm saying? They were teaching their family or whatever. On Saturday, I came over one day, and that's when they was telling me like I need to be there Friday night if I'm gonna come over or whatever, like before we get nighttime. But I tapped in because I don't really take information lightly because I'm here with it and as well. You know what I'm saying? And do what you will with it if you won't be that bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? It's how it works. I don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need is that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. So you know about the fringes, right?
Yeah.
You know about the dietary law. Gave you the Sabbath. But you probably already knew about the Sabbath.
I was going to say.
You smoke?
Yeah, I was smoking.
Yeah, let's get that. You know the fringes are for? Right. You know what the fringes are for?
Fringes? Nah, not really. I just know
Let's
the
go to fringes.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 3:16. Because the fringes have a specific purpose.
Yeah. Like I remember what Christ was wearing.
Yeah, Christ is wearing them. I'll show you something.
I had them come. But my joint was like, but I had what it was it was this long. It was long. Yeah, it was on my so the first came like that.
Show you something. What you got?
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38.
Bring it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their
You
garments.
can see all the brothers we got, the fringes. Right? Because this is a statute and a law that you're going to see. It's supposed to be for generations. Generation after generation. This is supposed to be something that's part of our culture. Something that we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Go on.
Throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
You got the ribbon of blue around the border.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
And what?
And do them.
So it's supposed to be a remembrance for you to keep the commandments. Right? Especially when you first come into the truth. You might not remember, I can't eat certain things. Or there's certain days that I got to keep. Oh, today's the Sabbath. But your fringes, you're going to look down, you're going to have a reminder that, oh, okay, there's commandments that I have to keep. There's things that I have to keep. So these are a physical reminder to keep the commandments. Because you read this account, the Most High, He already gave you, like we talked about the Sabbath day, you can't do work. You had a man gathering sticks on the Sabbath. What happened? He got killed. Right? He got stoned to death. So the Most High gave this statute that we have to keep now, so that if we are about to go off and sin, or now we can look at the fringes and be like, okay, I remember I can't do that. That makes sense? All right, so you want to get those fringes on, bro. You might, I get it. You might not be all the way in it, like you said. You don't want to wear the fringes because it's like, I feel like I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah, if I ain't tapped in.
Right.
Yeah.
But you gotta tap in.
I don't play like that.
Right,
Like,
yeah, you don't want- I get what you're saying.
You get me, yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and get this joint together, y'all. So, for real, I appreciate y'all too much. Like, word up. Like, when I say I appreciate that, I'm gonna start the time, bro.
Get you some fringes, bro. Does anybody, you got a Bible?
Yeah, I do.
You got a apocryphal with it too?
No, I do not.
You have a apocryphal?
You got one?
Yeah. We're gonna bring this out for you too.
Appreciate that.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God,
Go on.
and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
Read. So the Most High is telling us that our body is a temple. Right? Your body don't belong to you. The Most High, He created you. He gave you the body that you're in. Even he says all spirits are mine, so your spirit's not even really yours. See what I'm saying? So He's going to tell you. Read this one more time.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
What did that say?
Him shall God destroy.
So you can't defile your temple, and that's why I asked you if you smoke. If you smoke, that's something that we have to put away. Because again, we've grown up in this society, feeling that smoking weed is cool. I don't think smoking cigarettes has never been cool.
Never. Not the cause.
Yeah.
Not the cause.
They only could sell one commercial to try to sell that. I remember the commercials.
But no, you definitely don't want to be smoking no Newports. That's crazy. Black and Miles. Our people grow up thinking Black and Miles is cool. Champing the mile.
Got that joint on one ear, walking around.
Yeah, we think it's cool. Those things are actually destroying our people. Our people are growing up having lung cancer, all these different ailments because they smoking Newports. And we know it say on the pack. What do it say on the pack? It say will cause cancer, and it got skull and bones on it. Warning. It's got a surgeon's general warning. Bro, if you don't understand that, then bro, that's on you. Backwoods, it got the same thing. Backwoods, Dutchess. But they reformed it to where it takes up like half of the thing. So if you're not reading that and you don't understand that that's killing you, I don't know what to tell you. But the Most High is telling you, if you're defiling your temple, He's going to destroy you. That's why you see our people be strung out on perks and lean and Xanax and all these different fentanyl, and we're fucked up because we're not adhering to the ordinance of the Most High. Whereas we'd rather feel that high and get that what's the word I'm looking for? Allow the flesh to feel good. That fix, allow the flesh to feel good, rather than do what the Most High says. And now you healthy, you in good standing with the Most High. It's better to do that, and then instead of feeling that quick fix, and now you strung out. Now you weigh 72 pounds, and you down a can A. Like you don't want that to happen, bro. But the Most High been told you that. The Most High told you that 1,000 years ago, before the Surgeon General thing was on that cigarette box. see what I'm saying?
Yo, give me one real quick.
Give me what?
Cause this is what I love y'all for, bro. Can you please give me Isaiah 58:1? This is why I love y'all for this. Y'all specific. Oh my God.
Isaiah 58:1.
Yeah.
Isaiah 58:1. Somebody get it.
I just want to hear from y'all. Doing that show. Yeah.
But we have to tell our
As
people, bro.
like family, like that's what it's been, bro. That's what it's been. I needed people. I left because when I say I walk, I needed to go figure a lot out. I got the car. You get what I'm saying? And then it turned to why I say simple back. I had a lot more questions. And y'all in, like, yeah, y'all did. Yes, I'm every day, walking every day.
Come out and kick it with it, bro. Come hear the word. Come get built up. Come be around brothers that's gonna actually get on, and actually gonna approve you. But it's a brotherhood at the end of the day. We all we got. We had we got family and everything, but they're not on the same frequency. They're not on the same path. We all got one goal, and that's to get the kingdom of heaven, bro. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we mean. Isaiah 58:1.
Isaiah chapter 58:1. Cry loud.
The Lord say,
Cry loud. Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression. In the house of Jacob, their sins.
Yeah, so we're not sparing nobody's feelings. You can't spare nobody's feelings. Because again, if somebody's running out in front of a bus, and I go and I push her, but they might get a scratch, and they might sprain their ankle or sprain their wrist. That's better than them dying. You see what I'm saying? So us not sparing feelings. You might get your feelings hurt, but at the end of the day, we're saving your life, right? So that's what I ought to do is not spare feelings. Come and tell our people where they're going off, where they turn left when they should have been going right, and get them back on the right path. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a path we're supposed to be walking on that we've been astray from for the last 400 or 500 years that we got to get back on, or it's going to keep going the same way it's going for. And nobody's coming to help us. The white man's not helping us, bro. If he wanted to help us, he did it already. Everybody wants to say the African man, well, that was our brother. Why didn't he come over and get us then? When because that's not our brother. They're not coming to help us. They benefited off of us. They made a lot of money selling us into slavery. You see what I'm saying? The white man made a lot of money. The reason they got this empire right now is because of us. It's because of the money they made off of this free labor. Right. We spend the most. We're the biggest spenders of money in the United States. So why would they come and help us? And we're the ones boosting their economy. That don't even make sense. Right? So we had to tell our people that our only help is the Most High. That's it. It's cutting cards. We're not cutting cards. We're not mincing words. We're going to tell you that you're going on so that we can get out of this condition. Absolutely. That makes sense? Absolutely. You got something, brother? Yeah, you can read that.
Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they deliver up the whole captivity to Edom.
Right, so these Hamites, these different African nations, but not African. We don't belong to them. Right, you know that. We're Israelites, right? You know that.
Yes.
Right, so what he's reading is that the African man actually sold us over here to the white man.
Yeah, he did.
Right? Because they knew he wasn't dumb. You can go on different ancient maps of Africa. They'll say Negro land.
Yeah.
You'll see Kingdom of Wida.
Yeah.
You'll see different things. But they say that one time. Judeo-Territorium or something like that.
Yeah.
They knew where we was at. They knew where he was living. You read a book. It's called Hebrew Israelite West Africa. There's different things. It's a big book. It's like 600 pages of different customs and cultural parallels that the people on the west coast of Africa had with the Jews and the Israelites.
Yeah.
People over there still today are still calling themselves, they said we're descendants from this tribe of Levi, the Igbo tribe, the Akan, the Iwe, the Ashanti, all these different tribes, because they know, and the African man, they know. You see what I'm saying? So we have to come back to who we are, because again, nobody's coming to help us.
No, that's
Nobody.
facts.
They want us in this. They want us in this position because they know we're the supreme nation. They know we're above all nations, and they know that the cream always gonna rise to the top.
Right.
So what? They have to try to push the cream down somehow. But when we come back to who we are and to the commandments of the Most High, they can't keep us down any longer.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to give you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you. I ain't gonna lie, that's needed, man. It's full-fledged. That's what everybody's supposed to be doing. The way it's being done is how everyone is supposed to be doing it that are doing it. It ain't supposed to be something that's gonna cause no confusion, anger, hectic, rouse the spirit of somebody. It's supposed to make the person take that and deal with themselves and the spirits that they dealing with. And that's what y'all doing. I appreciate that being here today. I really appreciate that. And y'all gonna see that choosing to be chosen was the best thing y'all ever did and could provide for anybody else to choose to be chosen. You get what I'm saying? All love, and I appreciate y'all. Shabbat shalom. Appreciate y'all.
You want to give you a copy of the flyer? I'll give you one, bro.
Yeah.
We'll be out here on Saturday. We'll be out here 2 o'clock to around 8, 7:30, something like that. 8. And then Friday night we'll be out here 7 o'clock to 10:30, 11, something like that.
Yeah.
So if whenever you got time on your hands,
Oh, I got time.
come be around us, bro.
I got time to time up.
Being around
You word
brothers
up.
uplift your spirits, bro.
Word up.
Real, bro. What's your name, though?
I'm David.
David.
Absolutely. David Michael. David Michael artist.
Hebrew. David
Yeah.
Hey, bro, come holler at us real quick, man. But
Yeah.
you got any questions? So let us know.
Oh man, I'm gonna bring every question back once I let this settle in and get right with stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna see me, right? Y'all about to see me. Cause today was the day of the day right here. I ain't gonna lie. I spent 3 years now dealing with I was Jaguar, Tiger, so I was in the wilderness for a minute, but yeah. I found the right tree. I appreciate y'all. Y'all too, all right?
What do you think? Yeah. He was a lion. Whatever that. I didn't understand it. But did you understand it?
I understood it.
Let's get the breakdown.
He said the same thing he was seeing something crazy in the wilderness, but he found out what it was. He found a tree, so you get away from the lion of the jaguar.
I thought he said he was the lion.
No, I think he said
Like he was roaming in the wild. Right.
he didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
I knew what he meant.
Superb. Well, give me Ezekiel 20 and verse 4. And like he said, he wanted Isaiah 58 to be read, but that's what we're out here to do. Is to come out here and make our people make their sin known. Right. And you don't gotta be you should be ashamed of sin, but we've all like it says in Romans, we've all fallen short of the glory of God. So what? You don't have to be ashamed to admit your sins to us. We're out here to show you your sins so that you can get right. So that you can get back, like I told the brother, on the right path, because there's a path that we've been walking that hasn't prospered us, that hasn't given us any prosperity. But the Most High gave us a path to prosperity, and that's what? Keeping the commandments and obeying His voice. All right, so give me Ezekiel 20 verse 4. What's going on? You got 5 minutes? You got 5 minutes? 5 minutes. What you got? 20 and 4?
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20 and verse 4. Wilt thou judge them?
Hold on. Hey, brother. Where you from, King? Where you from, dog? What you got? Come on.
Ezekiel 20 and verse 4. Wilt thou judge them, son of man? Wilt thou judge them? Cause them to know the abominations of their fathers.
See that? So we're out here to cause our people and put our people in remembrance and reminder the sins of our fathers, the sins that we're still doing today. It says we've done worse than our fathers. So what? We have to put our people in remembrance and put our people in mind what we're doing wrong, where we're going wrong. Like I said, where we made the wrong turn left because we're not living right as a people. You can see that you can see our people were not living right. You can see the children out of order. You can see our people just strung out. Why? Because we're not living right. It's because what? We don't know what we're doing wrong. We don't have any structure. We don't have any government set up or elders set up to show us what we're doing wrong. Our elders taught us wrong. Our elders taught us that these things was good. The things that are bad are good. So what? Somebody has to come out here and show our people what's bad. Somebody has to come out here and show our people how they're not living right. So what? The Most High, He sends His people out. He sends his men out to show our people where they're going wrong, to get them back on the right track. You can go read Jeremiah, go read Isaiah, go read Ezekiel. All these different men went and showed our people what to do before the judgment of God came upon them. Where to, what not to do, where you're going wrong. And what we're telling our people that where they're going wrong, because what? The judgment of the Most High is upon us. The judgment of